You're going to require 2 documents when you're doing your booking, so make sure you have your ID scanned and saved in your laptop or your computer, the one you're going to use, and also you need a passport photo saved in your computer because they're going to tell you to upload it. So if you have those, let me not waste your time. Let's get into the video.
Hi guys, so the very first thing you need is to have a browser. In this case I'm using Google Chrome, so you can use any browser you have. And once you're here, make sure you key in British Council IELTS login. In this page you can choose login to British Council or IELTS registration. I'm going to take IELTS registration. It takes me to this page where it asks me to register, login, or logging as an agent. Because it's your first time, make sure you choose register, and the page is going to be asking you what kind of exam you're doing. It's either academic or general, so choose register, and they're going to ask you to key in your personal detail, key in everything, key in your name. In this case I'm just going to do a registration for someone. This is not a valid name. Choose your date of birth, month, whichever month you choose, and year 1997 maybe. For your email, make sure you use an email that is valid, something you can access, because this is where they're going to send all your email and details that they need to send to you. Their results coming out, they're going to inform you via email so that you can log into your portal. And any other communication you want to do with them, they're going to need a valid email. So make sure you're using an email they can reach you by. In this case I'm just putting a random email I'm having in my phone. I just created it for the sake of showing you guys. You can copy paste it here. It's refusing, I have to type it down, sorry. And then they're going to ask you to put a password that you need so you can remember your password. Put any random password and make sure it's strong and make sure it's something you can remember, okay? Then they're going to proceed and ask you whether you want to receive any marketing messages from them. You can say you want or you don't want, then agree to their terms and conditions, and then register. Now that you're here, you need to log in now because you already have an account that has been registered, and key in your email. And the password you already saved, then log in. As you can see, you don't have any upcoming or any completed test, so you want to go ahead and book a new test. When you're here, make sure that the organization that's hiring you, or you already know what kind of IELTS they require you to do. There's academic IELTS and there's general IELTS. So before you do your booking, make sure you know the kind of IELTS you're going to do. If you need me to go into details about academic or general IELTS, leave a comment and I'm willing to do the same. So in this case, we proceed and do academic IELTS, that is booking academic IELTS, and they're going to ask you whether you're doing it for yourself or you're booking for someone else. So you're for sure it's for myself, I'm doing for myself. In this place, they're asking you where your country of origin. Choose Kenya. In this case, I'm in Kenya. And continue with your booking. So if you have any accessibility needs, that is, you need to be assisted, maybe you have a wheelchair or any other thing that might hinder you getting to the IELTS center, they ask you whether you have any accessibility needs, you can click and continue to fill in the form so that they can assist you. But if you don't, just leave that box unchecked, then proceed to booking the kind of IELTS you want. We have two IELTS, which is paper-based or computer-based. If you're so quick with computer and you know how to type, you can go ahead and choose computer-based. That one you're going to do your writing and reading and listening, everything in computer. If you choose paper-based, you're going to be given your writing, reading, and listening, and you're going to do it on paper. Also, I'm going to go into more details. If you need more clarification on that, leave a comment and I'm going to respond to anything you ask. So in this case, let's choose paper-based. And when would you like to do your test? That is, sorry. The available dates are going to be in blue, obviously, and then you can choose whichever day you want. For now, the most available date is 26. Make sure it's the date you're going to appear, because I said IELTS is an expensive test. You don't want to lose your money, so choose a day you know you're going to be available. So search for the dates. Hearing where you're doing your IELTS, it's going to tell you 26. That's where you choose to do your writing and speaking. So one thing you need to remember, speaking is not the same day the day you do speaking is not the same day you do reading, writing, and listening. So you're going to have a different date for speaking, usually like 2 days before, and then you're going to do your listening, reading, and writing on another day, like 2 days after. You can change your speaking date, not speaking date per se, speaking date and speaking time, which is face-to-face, that's available. And also you can choose whether you want to do your speaking either face-to-face or via video call. Choose a time you know you're going to appear. I'm telling you, they're going to cancel your exam if you don't get there in time, so make sure you choose a time you're pretty sure you're going to be available, then continue to do your booking. I'm booking for myself. These are my details that I've already made up. What am I? Mail, your contact details. They're going to ask you for your mobile number. They will need it in the format of Kenyan format. This is not mine. This is not my number, so don't even bother. Just making up a random number. Enough. 33, blah 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 blah. Then a country of origin, postal address, whichever number you usually use for your postal address, the city you're in Nairobi, and your postcode or that zip code, whichever you want to use. This one you must know, it's yourself, yeah? And now we reach to this identification details, where they're going to ask you whether you're going to use your passport or your national identity card. In this case, we're going to use my my national identity card. That's my ID. They're going to ask for my ID number. I'm going to put something so random. And say, since it's an ID, it doesn't have an expiration date, so say it doesn't have an expiration date. In your ID card, they say the government that issued it. I'm aware you took your ID. I can say HDM. That's like Huduma Center in Nairobi, maybe. Check, it's written in your ID. This, don't worry, just check on your ID whatever they've written. Maybe they've written the city you took, Huduma Center, whatever. Write it down. The country you're from. I'm from Kenya, and they're going to tell you to upload a photo of your ID from your files. I'm going to do one right now. It's a fake one, yeah? So once you've uploaded and they accept your file, the first thing we've uploaded is my ID. Now the second one you need to upload is your passport. I don't think I'm going to upload a passport unless they insist. Answering the question may not impact your language. So this is a survey they do for themselves. So just answer to whatever level you want to. So the first question they're asking is your first language, whichever language you want to say, how many years you've been studying, 4 years. Are you a postgraduate? Are you secondary leaver? Whatever you do, say postgraduate. Your occupation. You can say you're retired. What's your occupation right now? That one. Your interest in IELTS. What do you want to do when you do IELTS? Do you want to maybe to immigrate or do unemployment? To which country do you want to go? Say maybe Canada, Cameroon, or whichever country you're doing IELTS to go to. Then you save and continue, okay? They're going to tell you have not booked, and this is for sure you have not booked because you need to do your payment. So they give you details written down, whatever you've chosen. Make sure you go through this carefully because I said this is an expensive test. You don't want to waste your money. Check the dates, check everything you've chosen, whether speaking you wanted to do it face to face or via video. The details you've given, the numbers, identification number, and then the payments. As I said, currently they're charging 29,000, which you're going to do it. You must pay before you do your exam. You're doing it for yourself. Agree. Don't worry about VAT number. They don't mind about it. So they give you an option to book or pay now, book and pay now, or book and pay later. So you proceed to book and pay now for the purposes of showing you. But if you decide to book and pay later, they give you a difference of 2 days where you are allowed to go do your payment either in the bank or using a credit card or debit card where you can just pay it online. So for the purposes of showing you guys how to pay, you go to book and pay now. And basically this is how the page looks like, where you can key in your card number. Make sure your card is allowed to do payment online. So your card number, your card name, your expiration date, and security card. This is everything you have. You can edit these details because these are not real, okay? So make sure if you've never done any card payments, you can leave a comment on the comment section, and I can help you and assist you to do it. And then once you're done, you proceed to pay. So that's it, guys. That's how you do your booking for IELTS. I hope this video has been helpful.
I hope the video has been very informative to you and I've answered most of your questions. If there's any other pending question that you might want me to answer you concerning IELTS, concerning any IELTS procedure, ask me in the comment section and I'm going to tackle it. Anyway, subscribe, hit on the notification button so that you get notified every time I post a video concerning IELTS or any other thing that I'm going to tackle. For now, it's a goodbye, but I hope to see you in other videos. Bye!